guys, welcome back to my tutorial for today. Today I'll be illustrating on how to make a shift dress with this jean material. I'll be combining it with this Ankara fabric. This is just a yard and a half and is for a slim person. So we'll be using this Ankara to combine on the front side and also on the sleeve area. Please, if you are new to this channel, ensure you like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn on your notification bell to be the first to get notified when I upload a new video. So let's go to the video today. Okay, firstly, I'll fold my fabric into two, like this, two equal parts because there will be zipper on this dress since it's a free dress. Then I'll fold again, making it into four for both the front. I'll be cutting both the front and the back together. So into four like this. So after folding into four, we'll take the gown length, which is 50, which is 38 inches plus seam allowance, making it 40 inches. So I'll take a total of 40 inches. The actual length is 38, then we'll add 2 inches extra for seam allowance. So I'll just cut this out. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to take my shoulder measurement, which is 15 inches, divide by 2, give me 7.5. So I'll mark my 7.5. Then my shoulder slope, I'll mark 3 inches along the neckline. Then I'll come down by 1 inch on the shoulder line. And I'll connect the line together. Okay, from my shoulder slope here, I'll take my armhole measurement, which is 15 inches. That's the circumference of my armhole. Divide by 2, also give me 7.5. So I'll connect the lines together. Okay, underneath it, I'll take my bust measurement, which is 35 inches. Divide by 4 will give me 8.75. Since this is a free gown, I'll add 1 inch extra for ease, then 1 inch for seam allowance. If you're working with an Ankara fabric, I will advise you use more allowance for your ease, because by the time you turn over with lining to shorten the allowance, and since I'm not using lining on this fabric, it's just fine. 1 inch is fine. And my half length, which is 15 inches, I'll mark that out as well. Then from my shoulder to my hip is 24 inches. I'll also mark that out. My hip line. So I'll just draw my lines out. My hip line, my waist line, my bust line. Okay, so on each of the line now, I'll impute my measurement. So the next measurement to be taken will be our waist measurement, which is the center line. The waist I'm working with is 30 inches. Divided by 4 will give me 7.5. I'll also add 1 inch for ease, then 1 inch for seam allowance. So I'll be sewing with 1 inch. So on the hip line now, insert my hip measurement, which is 39 inches. Divided by 4 will give me 9.75 plus 1 inch for ease, then 1 inch for seam allowance. I'll connect the lines together. My bust to my waist, then from my waist to my hip. Okay, so for the hemming part of the dress, I'll just take same measurement I'm having on my hip. I'll just repeat the same measurement on the lower part of the dress. So I'll just measure this like this. I'm having 12 inches. So add or use same 12 inches here, plus 1 inch extra for seam allowance for easy movement. So I'll just connect the line together. Okay, so for my neckline, okay, before I cut my neckline, I'll just draft my armhole cuff. I'll come in by 1 inch from the midpoint here. Then I'll divide the midpoint of my armhole. Remember, we marked 7.5. Divide by 2, give me 3.75. So from this 3.75, I just connect the lines together like this. Okay, so from the front, for the front dress, I'll be coming in by 0.25. 0.25 here. I'll just take it in like this to meet with the midpoint. So this is the front part and this is the back part. So we're cutting the back first before cutting the front. So for the neckline, I'll be marking 3 inches, using 3 inches here for the back neckline. Then we come down by 1 inch or 1.5 inches. Let's just use 1 inch. This is subject to change. Then for the front neckline, I'll be using 3.5 inches since I'll still be having a front slit. So I'll connect it together. 1 inch, 3.5. So just connect the lines together. Okay, if you're not good with freehand, you can use your armhole cuff. I just choose to use a freehand on this. So I'll just cut this out. I'll cut the back first before cutting the front. So okay. We'll now cut the shoulder slope. As you can see, I didn't cut on the line because I want like 1/4 inches for my seam allowance, just to use to join the shoulder. So I didn't cut on the line. I'm cutting the back first before cutting the front. Okay, I just cut it out. Sorry, my material is just holding anyhow. It's kind of a little bit stretchy. So I'll just take off the back first before cutting the front. Okay, so that's it. So for my slit, I'll just come down by 3.5 inches. So I'm having a total of 7 inches in the front neck. So I'll just open it up. So open it up this way, 3.5 inches. So we'll be using the facing for this dress, an Ankara facing, and the sleeve will also be the Ankara. We're using the Ankara to make the sleeve as well. So for my patchwork now, I'll just be doing a V facing. Okay, I'll fold this back into 2 again. This is the front part of my dress. Just trying to give it a good press. When you are sewing your clothes, ensure you iron as well. As you're cutting and sewing, you iron too, to make your work look very neat. Okay, for the Ankara, I guess this is a half yard of Ankara. So I'll just fold it into 2 using my shoulder measurement. This is just subject to change. I'm just trying to use this. Use my shoulder measurement. It just depends on how wide you want the facing to be. I just want to use my shoulder measurement. 7.5. 7.5. So this is just based on preference, like I said. Depend on how wide you want the facing to be. Okay, this is fine. So on the folded area like this, you ensure you place the folded area of your dress on it too. Just place it on it like this. Okay, you can see what I'm doing. Place it on it like this. Then you cut out the neckline. You ensure the folded area is matching with the folded area of your dress. Then I'll cut out my neckline, my shoulder slope. Okay. Okay. After placing it like this, you ensure the folded area matches each other, and you cut out the neckline. You cut out the neckline of your dress. You may just ensure you cut out the neckline, same neckline, the shoulder slope, just like I've done here. Then what I'll do now, I'll just take where you want your half length, your pattern to stop, that's the patches, your Ankara patches to stop on the body of your dress. You take the measurement. I want it to be on my half length. That's where I want it to stop. And my half length is 15 inches. So on that point now, I'll just mark on my Ankara the 15 inches where I want it to stop. I just create the line there as a guide. So on this line, this is where I want my half length to, my Ankara patches to stop on the half length. So I'll take this off. Mind you, remember to mark the armpole area as well. We don't really need that one, just to guide you. So I'll just take this off. So this is where my half length is. So this is where I want the facing to end. So I'll just create a V shape because I want it to be a V shape. As you can see from the picture, it's a V neckline. So from this shoulder point here, I'll just create a, using my ruler to draw a V shape. Just connect it like this from the armpole to meet up with the half length, the line I made for my half length. Okay, so you can see how it is. So it's just very simple. I think I should cut out the excesses I'm having here. I'm gonna confuse this guy, you guys. So this is all we'll be needing. So this is the neckline and this is where it will be. So I just cut. If you want it to be a little bit curvy, you can just make it a little bit curvy like this. And if you want it to be straight, you just cut the first one. But I think I prefer it being straight. So I'll just cut it out. You cut it to your shoulder point. Okay? So this is what I'll be using. Just this piece. So what I'll be doing next is to mark my slits. We're creating same slits on the Ankara. So I'll just place it on it like this. Right side facing each other. Then I'll mark where my slit is, which is 3.5. You just ensure it's equal. Then you stop where your slit, exactly where you want your slit to end. This is how it will be on it. So I'll just flip it over to mark where my slit is. Then I'll open it up. Okay. So now I'll just open up my slit. So this is where my slit stopped. Just open the Ankara up too. Okay. Sorry if you're not seeing me. I just have to. So this is the slit. This is the lace fabric. So that's all about the facing. I'll be cutting two of this in order to turn it over. You can use the lining to turn it over, and you can still use same Ankara to turn it over, whichever way you prefer. So I'll be using the Ankara to turn it over. This is an added tutorial in case you don't know how to remove your paper from your dress. You don't have to force it out. Just use your iron to get it out. Okay, I'm not having two of this. This is the facing and this is for the lining to line my facing. You can choose to make yours bigger, wider, longer. It's just based on preference. So just right side facing each other. I will sew the edges before, then turn it over, give it a good press before using it to turn the neckline since we won't be attaching any line. So I'll just flip it over. Okay guys, this is the outcome after I turned it with my Ankara. I use same fabric to do the lining. You can use a black line if you don't have enough Ankara fabric. And this is how it will look on the dress. So what I'll be doing next is to turn this over, use it to turn the neckline and the slit of my dress. So we'll do it this way. We face it like this. Okay, let me start from the beginning again. Okay, as it is like this, you place this on it. Then you flip it over this way to the back. Okay, just ensure you arrange everything very well. Then you pin it up. Place it from the wrong side. The right side will be facing the wrong side like this. This is the right side facing, this is the right side. It's facing the wrong side. Then I'll just pin it up. So what I'm trying to do is to turn my neckline and my front slit. You ensure everything is equal, including your shoulder. You just pin it up. Okay. So I'll be sewing using quarter inches, either quarter or half inches, just the way based on how you sew. Then also from this point, inches, I just placed it and I pinned it up. Also from this point, I'll make sure I sew after the thread or on the threaded line here. I'll just sew on it this way on my slit. This is the slit. You sew on the slit on the line, then you create same shape like that till you get to the other side of the neckline. After sewing, you notch with your scissors, just notch it round, then you flip it over to the front side and you give it a good press. So I'll do just that now. I believe you understand it. You sew using half inches round the neckline, including the slit, and you ensure the right side is facing the wrong side of the fabric. So by the time you flip it over, the right side will be outside. So just that. Okay, I just sewed it round, so I'll just notch it a little. What I mean by notching, you just cut it a little. And ensure you don't cut to the point where you sewed. You sewn, so just cut it a little. So all we're doing next is to just give it a good press. Then I'll match on it using 1/4 inches. So, so that's all about the facing. Just match on the edge, tiny round like this. Then you turn the shoulder. You use your just join your shoulder using 1/2 inch. Then you shaping the body using 1 inch, and then you attach your basic sleeve. That's just it. I'll be dropping a video on how to cut a basic sleeve. I'll be illustrating on that. This is just the main focus of this tutorial. So let's just do the matching of our facing, then we'll join the front and the back together. And mind you, I'll be biasing the neckline of the back dress with a bias, with this color of bias. Just turn it round. That's what I'll be using to turn the back neckline. Okay, sorry I won't be showing you all that. So this is it. This is the outcome of my facing. I'm just so excited about the outcome. So what we're doing next is just to do the normal joining of shoulder and the shaping of the dress. So see you in the final outcome of my gown. Thank you. This is the outcome of the dress, looking very, very beautiful. As you can see the facing, it's easy, you can try to do yours. It's no big deal. Please check on my link to see a video on how to cut a basic sleeve. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit the subscribe button, like, share, and turn on your notification bell. Bye.